Durag Wisdom here, folks, and welcome to Earth Day Y2K 19.02.19. World Woes solution. Easier than you think, ladies and gentlemen and friends. You often hear how difficult it would be to implement something of value to our lives. That is naked ape crap. It is easier than you think. All it needs is our sense of responsibility to the future and our resolve to repent of naked apeism. It is easier than you think. Tax the rich because they can well afford it. If I had $1 billion and the government wanted to take, say, half of it, my only demand would be that they take the money and do some good with it. Meanwhile, I can enjoy my other $500 million, collect interest on it. Imagine how much better this world would be if people were more charitable with the money they got through their hard work and luck. We must then fire the mayor of Amity, the one from Jaws, who insisted that there was no great white shark in the water. And I want to say right here, full disclosure, that I love sharks. Wouldn't want to be eaten by one, but I happen to love those animals. When we talk about the oncoming locomotive of climate change disasters, our officials are Amity mayor's clones that we must vote out of office or else be eaten up by our great white shark climate change massacre. Solutions are easier than you think if only we woke up. Education-wise, we must allow teachers to teach and not be police. If a child is suspended from school for some kind of disruption 3 times, say, his parents must pay a $50 fine for every suspension thereafter, with the child be given mandatory in-school extensive therapy. People must raise their children, their own children, whom they have decided to bring into the world, and raise them with no excuses. The solutions are easier than you think. The traitor, terrorist, birther, bastard, Cheeto, hair monster Trump is guilty of every crime concerning his conspiracy with our Putinist enemies to take down our government. He fired FBI Director Comey because of the Russian investigation. And I just got McCabe's book. I'm reading that now. The terrorist Cheeto hair monster said this about Comey in a national news interview with Lester Holt. He fired Comey because of the Russian thing. Then later, this traitorous Trumpenstupid creep bragged about this action to our Putinist enemies right in the Oval Office, where our American press was not even allowed. It is clear to me as an azure sky, got that right out of Clockwork Orange, that the accidental president of the United States is an operative of Putin, whose goal is to undermine the liberal world order and replace it with his mobster totalitarian oligarchy. It is easier than you think to actually trust what you see with your own eyes and what you hear with your own ears. Do you remember how President Obama was treated by the GOP and their right-wing teabagger cohorts? I do. Never forget it. And if I wanted to make this particular broadcast longer than necessary, YouTube only allows me 15 minutes. That's why I sometimes use scripts also. I could detail every single way these right-wing extremists undermined him. If President Obama was in office right now and pulled even one of the traitorous actions this terrorist Cheeto hair monster Trump is doing to us now, he would have been impeached faster than you can shit bullets by a GOP that has now lost its way in fascist fantasies. We are allowing one party in our two-party system to get away with constitutional violations, constitutional murder. And as an ex-teacher, public school teacher, if you allow even one violation of school rules, they, the disruptors, will try to violate more. It is simply part of naked ape nature. It is ironic how many fights I had to break up in school between students when the same kind of fighting and war continues into adulthood, more dangerous than ever before. There's something seriously wrong here. And the solutions are right in front of our blind eyes.